Blue creeping phlox. Here is a patch of blue creeping phlox that I planted a few years ago. I planted about maybe 10 1-gallon pots about a foot apart and let them grow into each other. Maybe staggering 2, 2, 2, 2, and 2. When it was planted, it probably went out to about here. It has since grown. When we look at it, we see we can push it up this much, and then it's rooted in. This year, this is going to it's going to crawl out here and root into the ground again. That is why I have moved back the lawn, so that the lawnmowers will not get it. The lawnmowers had been mowing the phlox a little bit, but now the phlox can grow out and root in. So when you grow phlox, you want to first keep the weeds down, because the weeds will choke it out. Second, you want to keep it in a place that's mostly sunny. As you can see here, the sun's just about to come out behind the trees. And thirdly, you want to keep the lawn out of it. You want to give it always about a half a foot in front of it to just crawl into, so it's always moving forwards, it's always rooting. Creeping phlox blooms in May and holds the bloom for about a month. During the bloom time, it is very showy, very spectacular. Because it only blooms during 1 month, you probably want to have maybe an iris or some other type of plant that will give it more color, like the sedum over here, and give you color later on in the year, so that you won't have just green. That way the green fades out into the background and the other colors become more prominent later on in the year. Whereas early on, when the sedum is still green here, you can see it's not really noticeable. Everyone's going to notice the phlox. Their eye is going to be drawn on the phlox, and they're not going to notice anything else. And that's why this complementarity of different times blooming is essential for the garden.